Happy Sunday, guys. What is good? What a day it was. Man, we just pull up our sleeves all weekend and eat, sleep, drink tickets. How about Zach Bryan today? Pull that up. Fascinating. Fascinating, guys. So I said in the tweet earlier today, this morning, if you are a ticket reseller, I like to refer them as ticket resellers instead of brokers, even though I referred to broker in this tweet, that shorted Zach Bryan today at Red Rocks, Colorado. How are you feeling now? $50 face value tickets, or maybe it was like $68, selling for 40x now. And you guys realize what happened today. So for those that are not, let's make this a 100 level. Like in our Discord group, we go at a 400 level. It's a 400 level class in the Discord. But for our regular viewers, we're going to kind of like make it a 100 level course regarding shorting. So let's explain shorting real quick. So basically, for any band, Zach Bryan, Taylor Swift, BSB, a ticket reseller is going to bet on the event. Just like you bet a sports game, just like you bet the stock market, it's basically shorting tickets. So let's say a shorter says, you know what, I'm going to list my tickets for $500, but I don't actually have the tickets. That ticket sells for $500. It's up to that reseller to find that ticket for under $500 to make a profit. Sometimes that works in ticketing. Sometimes it doesn't. It backfired big time with Zach Bryan because guess what? He did something extremely unusual, and he said, you know what, guys? I think a couple months ago, we're going to have it on sale the day of the show, and you're going to be selected 2-ticket maximum, and you can only get tickets if you get selected for the on sale, which is going to happen the day of the show at 10 a.m. Mountain Climb for his Red Rocks performance going on as we speak right now. This could be the future of on sales for acts like Zach Bryan, for acts like Amphitheater, for acts that are in high demand that don't want ticket resellers in this space. Very interesting with Zach Bryan. I mean, a lot of artists could follow suit what Zach Bryan did. He did not have the on sale until this morning. So any broker that bet $500, they had to pay at least about $1,500. They lost about probably at least between 500 and 1,000 a ticket. So a massive short loss with Zach Bryan today. And it just shows to tell you how dangerous shorting is and how other artists could potentially follow suit and literally do a selection process, just like Chappell Roan's been doing for her 3 different tour stops. Are we going to get more savvy with these on sales, with these high demand acts who are against reselling and be like, look, we are going to select fans. We're going to go through a verifying process. We're not going to allow many resellers. We're not going to allow bots, and we are going to dictate the situation. AXS is doing a phenomenal job operationally on doing that. So kudos to Zach ZB for initiating this. This literally could be the future of several on sales at venues such as Red Rocks, other amphitheaters, smaller venues, even some big acts. Maybe the next Taylor Swift tour is like this. Who knows? But this is definitely a day that we will not forget what Zach did today with the day of show on sale. So let's continue the talk with this. Let's go to our Q&A tonight. We're going to make Sunday night's Q&A with Scott. Questions from the viewers, what you want to know. So let's go to the first question. What is the outlook of live events for the remainder of 2025 heading into this fall? Wow, what a loaded question. Here's what I understand. Everyone talks about recessions. And you know what? Every single year, and I hear it all the time. Are we going to go into recession? Are we in a boom? Yada, yada, yada. And we've gone through some roller coaster times in the economy. We went through 2008, which was bad. We went through COVID, which was a complete depression, in my opinion, specifically in live events when everything went to zero. So it's never going to be that bad again unless we have another pandemic. And then we had a boom in live entertainment from 21 to really like end of 2024, right? And finally, we had a little bit of a correction this year. But here's the deal, guys. There really wasn't much of a correction this year because Live Nation is setting a record with Q2 sales with concerts. Their stadium tours were crazy. Their sales are the highest ever. Furthermore, however, the secondary marketplaces have struggled this year because they don't get those Taylor Swift sales that they've been getting for 2 years prior. Every single weekend, boom, bam, amazing gross ticket sales across the secondary exchanges. So they're in a correction phase now, but Live Nation is booming because they have had so many successful music acts, stadium tours this summer. So here's my philosophy, guys. The hottest events, theoretically, there's about 30 hot events that are extremely profitable, that do extremely well, knock it out of the park for Live Nation. Then we have these other events that go up, go down, etc. But there's thousands of events, and we can't keep track of them all. There's so many events going on at once. But I think fall 2025 is going to be hot. We got acts like Sabrina Carpenter. We got Sir Paul McCartney. We got the Sphere events. We got several other hot events, including the National Football League, coming about. So I don't see us slowing down in Q3, Q4 heading into the fall for the biggest live events that people want to attend. So I'm optimistic for the fall of 2025. Good question. Next question. Tom Jones. Question, Scott. Do you know why TM stays away with VF? With no exception, I can think many, many less tickets hit secondary for artists using VF than similar artists not. You kind of got me off guard there because I don't know what somebody replied. What does VF stand for? My brain's not working properly tonight. What does VF stand for? Verified fan. Duh, you idiot. That's a brain fart. These acronyms, like I haven't heard of VF as verified fans. So TM plays the political game. Tom Jones or whoever you are. There's a lot of different variables that go into TM and so forth. They're going to play politics with the promoters. They're going to do as they please. They know that they're better off having TM Plus on several different shows. They know that they lost probably $100 million not having TM Plus on for Taylor Swift's of the world. They're playing the politics. Michael Rapino is a politician, and he knows that it harms him when he doesn't have TM Plus on. It harms him when there's verified fan and so forth. There's just so many variables that we can dive into. Verified fan and so forth. I mean, you can go into like different tangibles saying that the bots benefit TM because some resellers purchase shows on bots for low demand shows and they make money on them because they sell them twice. So there's so many variables we can dive into with TM and so forth, but they're cracking down. They're definitely cracking down on legislation. They're cracking down on accounts, on bots. I'm seeing it firsthand. But in the past, you can make an argument. I don't have the facts. I don't have the evidence that they could have took a blind eye and be like, you know what? We don't mind to have these bots pick up these shows we wouldn't otherwise get sales from. So very, very loaded question, Tom, but good question. Next question. What is the outlook of live? Did we already answer this one? Producer Mike's laying an egg here. We already got to that one. Here we go. When should we buy NFL tickets? This is a great question. NFL is having the slowest on sale in the summer. From the on sale in May until now, it's been the slowest trajectory of sales we've seen in many years. And this is coming from the biggest resellers on the planet, my sources. Here's what's going to happen with NFL. And if you join my Discord, we get into this much more than we do here on the show now. That's why you should join the Discord. We're going to talk about that more in a second. But here's the deal with the NFL. So many fans are going to be buying late this season. We are going to see some surges in a lot of different markets. And that could be any of the 30 teams. That could be the Cleveland Browns, obviously, with Shedeur Sanders. That could be with Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh if he gets off to a great start. So I think we're going to be surprised throughout the National Football League season that we are going to see tremendous late buying, which is going to create surges in a lot of different markets. Obviously, a lot of markets are going to be horrific too, the bad markets and so forth. And we'll have the race to the bottom effect, just like we see. But we are going to see some surges we haven't seen in some time because so many fans are buying late. They're playing the pace to wait game. They're going to be like, oof, maybe I shouldn't have waited so long. Maybe it's a good time to pull the trigger if you're a fan on some NFL tickets now in select markets. Obviously, it depends on the market, the 30 teams and so forth. But NFL season's getting closer. And we're going to talk a lot of NFL here very soon. What's the next question, MCF? What is discussed in the Discord group? Great question. We discuss numerous acts going on that are under the radar, the trends. We predict. What I do is I put out events going on of what I think's a good buy, what I think can surge, whether that's a music act, whether that's a sporting event, whether that's a Broadway play, etc. And only that info goes in the Discord group. I do not. My days of tweeting everything are over because I want my Discord members to benefit the most. I want them to improve. I want them to see the access we have from the expertise of yours truly, the expertise of my sources. They get that full force. Yes, you can say it's $99 a month, $9.90 per year. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be worth every penny because we discuss stuff every single day. We don't take a day off. You're able to network with all the other members. You have access to me whenever you want. I try to respond fast and swiftly. And we are just beginning with it. We've only had the Discord group for 9 days. And we are just going to make it better and better with data, with get-in trackers, with other data metrics that we're going to build. And we just want to have a community that helps each other out, are there for each other for ticketing needs, operationally. But most importantly, we want to help scale your business and give you our input on live events happening under the radar events that we don't talk about. Obviously, the white label events, which are sexy, that everyone wants to talk about, the Taylor Swifts, the Sphere, the Coldplay, the Oasis of the world. We cover all that too, but we cover that Joe Schmo band that's performing at House of Blues. That's a $500 get-in that I'll never mention on X anymore because I want my Discord members to have that benefit. So great question. Link is in my profile to sign up for the Discord group. And I can tell you right now, you won't be disappointed joining the Ticket Talk Discord group. You get to be a part of our community. You get to talk to me. You get to talk to producer Mike and everyone else every single day. 365, 24/7. Blast from the past, Mary Ellen Gillespie from LinkedIn. I work for Mary Ellen at Bowling Green State University. How do you find new sports events like a women's basketball event featuring P4 teams? Can we share them with you? Absolutely. We want to cover everything, Mary Ellen. So Power 4 teams, women's basketball, WNBA, absolutely share them with me. Give me a heads up. How I get better is, and there's thousands of events going on each and every week. And, the music events, the sporting events, I can't keep track of all of them. I have a guy that keeps track of 600 of them each week, but keep me in the loop. What is going on with the Power 4 teams, the women's basketball events, the Caitlin Clarks, everything going on? I get better when you make me aware of those events that are a hot ticket, could be a hot ticket, etc. So I get better from all of you guys with the help of my sources and my work. So share them with me. Absolutely. Good to hear from you, Mary Ellen. Next question. We already got that one, MCF. Here we go. How did the Goo Goo Dolls sell out Toronto's amphitheater with a $100 get-in? Why are they popular again? Love the Goo Goo Dolls. Know some other folks that are big fans too. So here's what the Goo Goo Dolls do right in ticket distribution, because I went to one of their shows, was it last summer or 2 summers ago? They're very smart because for the show I went to at Blossom Music Center 2 years ago, they closed the lawn section. So they created a less capacity and they sold more seats in the amphitheater inside instead of having the lawn open, which created a higher ticket get-in. But that's not the story. The Goo Goo Dolls, for some reason, even though they've been around for 25 years and so forth, for some reason are hitting a nostalgia again that we haven't seen in their 2 years ago tour, etc. So I just think that people want to get out. They're nostalgic. The baby boomer generation loves the Goo Goo Dolls. The older millennials, such as myself, love the Goo Goo Dolls. And they're just hitting gold. We saw that with the Killers last week in Niagara Falls. Kind of a nostalgic. Mr. Brightside, $500 get-in in Niagara Falls last Sunday. Same thing with the Goo Goo Dolls. These early 2000 bands were seeing a surge in ticket prices. So something to keep track of with the Goo Goo Dolls and other acts of the early 2000s are a hit right now. Good question, Justin. Thanks for all your input. Let's go to the next question from my favorite guy in the world, Avril Gollum. Wonder how the exchange will send in spec orders that had sections and are rows listed for Zach Bryan. We go back to our 400 level course. So essentially, what I heard from the venue at Red Rocks in Colorado is the first 5-6 rows were assigned seats. I have no idea how StubHub, how Vivid, how TickPick, how SeatGeek handled those scenarios. I'll try to talk to my rep or my source at StubHub to see if there's any of those situations. So my guess is if they couldn't have handled those, they were either downgraded to GA or they got refunds on the tickets. So that's what usually happens. But I'll ask my source from StubHub if they had any of those situations with Zach Bryan. The only assigned seats at Red Rock for Zach Bryan were the first 6 rows. So Avril, I'll get back to you. I'll share that with the Discord tomorrow morning when I talk to my StubHub source. Avril's just all over the place. He eats, sleeps, drinks tickets, active in the Discord group. I mean, just having him in the Discord group is just like a benefit within itself because the guy he's a machine. He monitors Ticket Broker Hub on Facebook, and he's just like a legend, man. I get so much knowledge from Avril Gollum and so many others every single day. So, yeah, man, great show. Is that's it on questions for tonight? Great list of questions. We'll do the Q&As more. Let's get ready for a big week. Concerts, NFL preseason. Can you believe college football season is like 12 days away? Isn't that crazy? Football's about to start, and we're going to call it college football. That's my old universe. That is my old universe. We saw Mary Ellen, a blast from the past from Bowling Green, Illinois. So familiar with the college football markets across the Power Four and the mid-majors and so forth. We'll cover all the tickets with college football, NFL, all music acts in between, Oasis. I mean, BSB was like a $500 get-in at the Vegas Sphere tonight. I tweeted that out. So much to cover. Great participation. Great questions tonight. Hey, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Let's get a little bit of rest if we can. And let's make sure we stay lean and clean.